going on? Welcome to RedLip Talk Podcast. We are excited today to be on. We still bumping. We excited today, y'all. Welcome to RedLip Talk Podcast with your girl Spice Divas, the marketing diva, and I have my mentor today on the Beverly Smith. Welcome. Yes. So this show is going to be really nice today. We have some things that we're talking about that's going on in the beauty industry. So this is going to be a real informative show on today. So you need to stay tuned the entire show so you can see what we have going on today that's important, especially if you're a hairstylist or you're a barber. But before we get into that, we're going to have a brief opening and talk about some things that we got going on. Definitely, we want you to go on to Visions, right? Emoja Visions.
Emoja Visions.
Yes, go on the website and purchase all these amazing products y'all see displayed up here. And also, this show is actually brought to you by Visions, Emoja Visions products. So we want you to definitely go on right now and purchase your products, or they can come to you, right?
Yes, they can call me at 504-913-6825.
Okay.
Or do the Umoja, Umoja Vision, without the S.
Without the S. Without the S.
Yes.
And we're going to get into it when we come back. But they have been in business for, I don't know, 40 plus.
For the hair products, it's been 30 years for the hair
30
products.
years.
Yes.
Oh, my. That's amazing. So that's why she's well informed of what's going on right now in our beauty industry, and that's what we fight for. But what we have going on right now, we want you to definitely book at Spice Divas Beauty Bar. Book your appointment. We also have booths available. We're making space for booths in Spice Divas Beauty Bar. Again, we've been around 17 years. We plan to be around 17 more years. I'm still offering senior services. If you have any seniors that need services, any senior facilities that you know of, they may need services for their hair. I do discount services, and I love to do that. That's like a ministry giving back, to the people. So that's something I really enjoy. I guess God said this is one of your purposes to go out and bless the people. So I really enjoy that. Did you watch our last episode 50? It was so nice. We talked with Rynell Wilson, which is the CEO of New Orleans Disciplines Athletes. Well, he calls himself Rynell Visionary. And if you don't remember him, you probably remember him because you remember when we did this with the magazine with Tamika Falls. We did a big show. She did a big show, like a fashion show. Right. He was the host with me. Okay. On the show. Yes. So shout out to him. He's doing some amazing things and great in the community for the boys, for athletes. He's first he said he's gonna do the word and things like that, and I'm excited about that. What they have going on today. And also the news. Okay, National Hair Appreciation Day. Well, actually, it was National Stylist Day. They had people doing hashtag National Stylist. Did you post your stuff?
I did not post. I got to get into posting more.
But they had National Hairstylist Day, so you get to do that now. They say National Hair Appreciation Day takes place on April 30th. But that's what we're talking about in the rest of the show, right?
That's right, on the 30th.
On the 30th, which is tomorrow, right?
We're going down to the Capitol.
Yes.
It's our day at the Capitol.
Yes.
And they're going to host the hairstylists, all of the cosmetologists, and we would like for you guys to join us.
Yes.
Come down, you're a hairstylist, barber, technician, MUA. You can come down and speak on our industry.
Yes.
As to what we're doing.
And the thing is, I know we're gonna go to break, but like if they care about what they're doing, if you care about the industry and if it has been good to you,
yes,
you need to mark your calendar off tomorrow or reschedule your clients, whatever you got going on, and be a part of this actual beauty industry day at the Capitol.
Yes.
Yes, yes. I guess that was profound for them to have it this Tuesday. And we have last Friday was National
Hairstylist.
Hairstylist Day, huh? Isn't that
Yes.
something divine?
Yes, we should be known, and we are the voice in the community.
Yes.
We are a big voice in the community as far as the legislatures are concerned. And
Mhm.
as a matter of fact, all of the politicians, they come to us when there's a big election.
Yes.
So now they're giving us an opportunity to speak, to give
Okay.
our concerns as
Okay.
to what we're going through in our industry.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. So we're gonna talk more and more about that. We definitely don't want you guys to go anywhere. Um, excuse me. We definitely don't want you guys to go anywhere, and stay tuned with us because we have some amazing things we want you to listen to and some very informative news about the law. We also have Dr. Sharon Franklin that's going to be on the call, who I think they did the day, huh? The beauty
Yes.
day. They have the flyer and stuff like that. So we want y'all to definitely stay tuned. We're gonna have her. Don't go nowhere. We be right back. We will be right back. You don't wanna go nowhere, right?
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned to what we have going on. It's your girl Spice Divas, the marketing diva, and now we have the beautiful Dr. Beverly Smith on the couch today. Don't go nowhere. Red Lip Talk Podcast. Mwah.
Sona's charm. Wow. It's your girl Sona's charm.
And it's your girl Spice Divas, the marketing diva.
We want y'all to tune into the premiere of the Red Lip Talk podcast.
Every Monday at 1 p.m. Central Time, we're going to have new topics, new guests, new businesses.
Tune in to NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Red Lip Talk podcast. Wow.
Hey everyone, it's your girl Get Glammed Up by Keyshawn. Tune into Red Lip Talk Podcast.
Step Construction is here for you with a brand new offer. We now provide affordable storage sheds. Stop wasting your money on overpriced storage units and portable containers. Step Construction can provide you with a custom shed that will fit your budget and storage needs. So contact Step Construction today at 504-340-5809 for your own personal quote. Let us help you take the next step at Step Construction.
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great rates. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. We provide the people, you provide the business.
From the Black Caucus. You know, he's the chairman of the Black Caucus.
Okay.
So I've got to get the final details for tomorrow.
Welcome back to Red Lip Talk Podcast, and we have a special guest actually on the line with us to tell us a little more about what's going on at the Capitol and Beauty Industry Day. As you guys see, this show is really dedicated to what's going on in the beauty industry. We have Dr. Beverly Smith on the couch with us today, and we also have Dr. Sharon Franklin, who is a big instrumental in what's going on right now. She's actually one of the coordinators of the Beauty Industry Day at the Capitol. How you doing? Welcome, Dr. Franklin.
Well, thank you. I'm very, very happy to be with you guys.
Okay. So
Always love coming on the podcast with you Chriselle.
Oh, thank you, thank you. What inspired me this morning, when we were talking and we were sitting there, and I see how hard that you guys are working, in regards to, a bill that has been passed, bill, I think it's HB 930 or 930, and I wanted you to come on just to talk to the people for a few minutes to let them know how important it is for them to come out on tomorrow, and be a part of what you are advocating for and why it's important. So can you tell us a
Well,
little bit about that bill?
it's very important that we come out tomorrow, not only for the HB 930 bill, which is a bill that's trying to regulate our schools down to 1,000 hours from 1,500 hours. It's detrimental to the students, the schools, the instructors, and all involved in the beauty industry on a professional level.
Yes. Yes.
Um, there's so much valuable information on the website that governs us, and we need to be more actively knowledgeable about what's going on in our industry. For the last couple of years, I've been trying to fight for us a day at the Capitol, like any other profession that goes to the Capitol, introduce themselves, and they talk to the different committees there about things concerning us. Well, it seems that the beauty industry has been under attack for quite some time, and we want to make sure here in Louisiana, by the organizations that we belong to, we have a state organization that we belong to called Louisiana State Beauticians and Barbers Association, and then each city has a local, and we need to get involved in those locals so that we can find out about the things that people are putting up on us and the people who govern us that don't know about what is actually going on in our industry.
Yes.
So that we'll be more aware with updated information. As for tomorrow, we will be talking about Bill 930, and that bill is the bill that I just told you about. That's cutting the time down from 1,500 hours to 1,000 hours. Now, what that will do is this: the government will not federally fund schools at 1,000 hours. So that means that we will lose federal funding, and a lot of people who go to school need federal funding to be able to pay for their schooling.
Yeah.
And if so, we will lose students, we will lose instructors, and of course the school. And that's where our deregulation comes into play. If there's no school, no education, then we have no schools. We have nowhere to professionally be trained as cosmetologists, barbers, nail technicians, estheticians, and alternative hair. So we definitely need to step in and fight against this bill and sit down and explain to those who govern us how important it is for us to continue to be regulated and continuously being given updated information by continuing education. I don't only think we need the 1,500 hours. I think we need even more hours than that. And then when we graduate, we should get continued education added to our repertoire so that we will continue to be the best professionals we can be.
That's the same like with instructors. Like they are mandated to do the 16 hours, correct? Of CEU hours, and that should be something that's mandated for actual cosmetologists, professionals. They need to have CEU hours and things of that nature. What made me get more, as an advocate for it is because honestly, I was like, what bill they're passing? I'm not lying. You guys I'm gonna be transparent. You guys did a good job of keep pushing it down the throat, keep pushing it down the pipe, and that what made me like, wait, hold up, something. And when I actually read the bill, as a salon owner of 17 years, that will affect salon owners. Because if you have people that are not, the hours are going down to 1,000, some people are going to be like, okay, well, or if we're deregulated, you're going to have people that's going to say, okay, why I need to get a license? Why I need to be in a salon atmosphere? I can just do this in my house. Right? So that's going to affect boot
there will be no ordinances. And so, therefore, we're actually putting the community at risk, health risk, because we need to really understand how important that not only sanitation and hygiene, which is the most important thing, But we also need to understand how chemicals work. And they think just because they can go buy a bottle of shampoo or a conditioner and put it on people's hair, that the hair is in a great state. And I know that Dr. Smith can really get into that because she is an advocate for using professional products,
Yes.
like her professional line, Vision's products,
Yes.
which I've used for years.
Yes.
And so she can really talk about the need for some form of professional education so that we will not be allowing people to just operate using products and don't know what they're for. We can identify what's on the scalp or the skin if we don't have any form of training.
Yes,
Coming to a
that's true.
salon with your hair already shampooed, that is not professional.
That's
You don't
not
know exactly how or what was used prior to that. So I'm all for us voting against that, and I'm
Yes.
all for us sitting down, talking with those who govern us so that we can sit at the table. When we create an atmosphere maybe of disagreements and agreements, but come to a whole nother entity when we both agree that what we need to do for the best interest of anybody who touches anybody about it needs to be licensed, first of all.
Yes.
And number two, we need to have some form of training, not only in school, but even after we get out of school. I know I've got to go. I'm getting ready to go on
That's
another
what we was
call,
about to ask
but
you,
I want
yes.
to tell every barber, every cosmetologist, nail technician, every esthetician, every alternative hair person to meet us there in the morning. We will spend the day talking with those who govern us. Let's have a wonderful discussion. We don't need the chaos. This is a day for unity.
Yes.
This is a day for us to get together
Yes.
and pull together, and they can see those crawfish now crawling out of the buckets together.
Come on now.
We won't
Come
pull
on
each other
now.
down.
Yes, yes. Thank you for taking the time. We did put the flyer up as you were speaking, to let them know the events that will be going on that day. Can you tell us a little bit before you go? What's actually going to happen on that day? I know we have the breakfast. We have you could be in front of the caucus,
We're
right?
gonna we're gonna be going into different committee rooms, talking to different people who govern our state, and where we stand, we want to talk to them about continuing to keep us regulated and why we should be regulated. So we'll be going from room to room, having different discussions, talking about our industry, talking about how important it is that we be licensed and stay licensed in whatever area you are, whatever your expertise is. Bring it to the table and let's talk. Let's talk intelligently. Let's talk collectively. Let's show them we are dignified. We are people with integrity, and we're going to bring the best to the table to talk to them so they can see that we are professionals. We're not at the bottom of the totem pole. We're on the top of the totem pole because we are a $1 trillion industry.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. I got to go.
Go ahead. We're going to elaborate more on it.
See you later.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Wow. Amazing.
So the key thing is our education is the key for us with our organization. And one of the main things that she was talking about are the products, the trends change, the chemicals change, and all of these things change. So that means they have to be abreast and to know what to use. And when they say professional use only, that's what the stylists are using. The stylists don't use the regular everyday products. They use for professional use only. And these products are designed to take care of the hair and to make sure the hair is in tip-top shape, as well as the scalp. Because the scalp, a lot of people do not look at the scalp, and just like she said, they may have scalp disorders on the scalp. So how could you tell me to come to your salon with my hair shampooed already, and you have not looked at my scalp?
That's one thing. That's one key thing
Yeah.
that I do. I like when someone comes to me and they're a first-time person, or if they're a person I examine their scalp as a consultation when they sit down. The way I do it is tell them I have to detangle your hair.
Yes.
So once I detangle your hair, I'm looking at the scalp. I'm looking at to see what you have on your scalp. Do you have breakage? I inform my clients.
Yes.
I see breakage right here. Even my long-standing clients.
Yeah.
What have you been doing? Are you on new medication?
That's right.
And stuff
Medication.
like that. That's what professionals do.
That's right.
And that's what I love about Vision products and your products, that you're not in the everyday beauty stores.
Right. You can't just go in the store and buy it. I only sell it to professionals.
Love it.
So the key thing is to make sure that you know what's inside that scalp. And we want to just reiterate that, because in the event there are some problems with the scalp, we ask you to go to the dermatologist, to a doctor, because the hairstylist cannot take care of that. You need a straight medication from a doctor, dermatologist, right? Yeah.
And
So
sometimes some people say, okay, I went to this girl, and I've been going up for years, and now my hair is falling out.
right.
But before, my hair was growing. You don't know if it's something that changing your medication that's making your hair fall out.
Right.
You don't know if it's a product that you use at home that's making your hair fall out.
Yes.
You don't know if life circumstances via stress that will make your hair fall out.
Right.
That will make your hair change. That will make your texture change. So that's why it's important to go to an actual dermatologist
Yes.
and find out exactly why. If you have a dramatic change in your hair, or a dramatic change in the texture of your hair, or the growth of your hair.
And even with color, they have some stylists some stylists are actually the regular people who are not stylists. They don't know anything about color and aniline derivative tint, which actually can change. It can make your head swell up if you apply it on and you're allergic to it. So there have to be tests to give in order to do some chemicals. And that's a chemical test that you have to give in order to use this aniline derivative tint, which is permanent color.
Okay.
So there's so many entities of this. And one of the main things to me since COVID came was sanitation and sterilization. So we have to make sure that we are sanitizing properly, making sure that we sterilize our utensils. These things have to be taught in school. You can't just open up your door in your kitchen and say, I'm going to do hair. Yeah. Some states have deregulated that.
That's why some salons are closing.
Yes.
I'm sorry. That's what's actually happening. Look, I just got into conversation. It's like we on the couch. We having a conversation, just talking. So I forget. But that's why a lot of salons are closing.
Yes.
That's why people are not staying in the industry because of that.
And then, of course, I know you guys have heard about alopecia and alopecia areata. Yeah. And that's some of the reasons why there's alopecia areata, which that is baldness in spots. And
tension.
Right. Some people have put too much tension on their hair, and they have done some chemical processes where the residues of the chemicals were not eliminated properly. So if you didn't do a rinse or a neutralization and all the things the steps to go through with the process, you can cause alopecia areata, which they were not born that way, but you inflicted that on their scalp. So that's why we have to have schools. We have to go to schools. We have to have training. And our organization, the Louisiana State Beauty Association, we have training every year, twice a year. Twice a year. We do workshops with classes. Dr. Franklin is the institute manager. What's she? The
director of education.
She's the director of education, in which we teach all of these classes, like color classes, cutting classes, chemical classes. We have all kind of classes to keep you abreast, because some things like sulfur, they may be in the shampoo.
Yeah.
You may be allergic to sulfur.
Yes.
So you can't use that. It's going to swell you up. It's going to change. You have to go to the dermatologist. So you have to really know.
Yeah, I have a client who was actually allergic to sulfur as well.
Right, non-sulfate shampoo.
She didn't know that. She didn't know that until she started coming to me. So she was able to know that now. Now we know not to use anything on her hair that has sulfate in it. We're going to go to break next, but when we come back, we're going to have our takeaways and things like that. We're going to talk more about this law. Yes. Before we go into our takeaways, because I want y'all to know what it is and why it's very, very, very important for you to stay abreast of what's going on. And if you're a stylist, you're a barber, you're in the beauty industry, we call you out on tomorrow.
Yes.
You need to come out on tomorrow, April 30th. Meet us at the Capitol in Baton Rouge, Louisiana for hair style, beauty industry day. Beauty Industry Day. Yes. It's your girl, Spice Divas, the marketing diva. We got Dr. Beverly Smith on the couch with us today. And don't you go nowhere. We want you to come back and stay in tune with us. Red Lip Talk Podcast. Mwah.
Bethesda House of Prayer. Bethesda is a church for non-traditional worshipers, a church designed for those who love God's Word. Would you like to attend a church where believers and non-believers can choose to worship together? A church where cultural differences does not get in the way of God's message. We invite you to be our special guest. Our services begin 9 a.m. on Sunday, located at 7601 West Bank Expressway, Suite B, Marrero, Louisiana. For more information, contact us at 504-348-01.
Hello, everybody. I am author Vanessa J. Ross, and you are tuning into Red Lip Podcast.
Here at Jones Insurance, your full-service agency, let us take care of all your insurance needs. We provide homeowners insurance, flood, rental, commercial, auto, and life insurance. Don't let the unexpected tragedy destroy your family's future. Here at Jones Insurance, 7603 West Bank Expressway, Marrero, Louisiana, 772. Contact Lois at 504-348-1492.
Spice Divas, Sona's Charm, Red Lip Talk, Red Lip Talk, girl, come sit with us and sip some tea. Red Lip Talk, girl, come sit with us and sip some tea. Red Lip Talk. Spice Divas, Sona's Charm.
Welcome back to Red Lip Talk Podcast. We are so excited to be back. We have a lot of things going on in the beauty industry. We have named this show Beauty Industry Day because we have the Beauty Industry Day that's actually taking place tomorrow at the Capitol on tomorrow in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. So today we are focusing on a bill that is trying to be passed, okay? And great job production giving us like the real details of what this bill is. I got Dr. Beverly Smith on the couch with me today, my mentor and the person who pushed me to say you better go to this tomorrow. No, I just because guess what? I was laxy daisy, y'all. I was laxy daisy, but now I know the importance of it and why we need to fight. If you're a salon owner, if you are a stylist, or if you are a barber, you need to be there. If you're in the beauty industry, period, esthetician, whatever you're doing in the beauty industry, it's important, if it's been good to you, for you to be out with us on tomorrow. I want to talk about the present law before we go into our takeaways. Okay. The present law says that the present law of HB 930, the original law, it provides for the power and duties of the LA State Board of Cosmetology Board. Okay, what's happening right now? It requires a course of practical training and technical instruction extended over a period of not less than 9 consecutive months.
9 months.
And including not less than 15 hours for a cosmetology license. 1,500. I say 1,500. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 1,500. 1,500. There you go. All right, help me out. 1,500 hours for a cosmetology license. So that's what's currently happening.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So what they're proposing it's called a pre-post law. It says that it changes the present law by reducing the hours required for a course to not less than 7 months. From 9 months to 7 months, and not less than 1,000 hours of practical training and technical instruction for cosmetology licensure. Yes. So what they doing is cutting it down 9 hours. I mean 9 months to 7 months. And the main thing what we were talking about and you were telling me was it's going to hurt the people with grants, right?
It definitely will hurt the people with grants.
Yes.
Because it's going to lower their rate.
Yes.
And they may not be eligible to receive a grant because of that. To help them go to beauty school. So,
yes.
And then it also is going to eliminate some study time. On what are you condensing inside of these 700 hours, these 7 months, opposed to going the whole term. So it's a possibility you missing. You already are in beauty school. You just learned so much, and the majority of the things that we learned when we come out of beauty school is in the hair salon anyway. So we're already condensing a whole lot of things. So that's going to condense it more. It's a lot of things they're just not going to know. Yeah. Sanitation, sterilization is number one with me, and I keep saying it. I can't say it enough. Yeah. Even just the regular braiding salons, they need to go to a school, take classes.
Yes,
we got to take classes to know. Since COVID came, I mean, it just put a whole new light on it for me, as far as sterilization and sanitation, because we're dealing with people's lives. And it can affect a community, a whole entire community, if you touch one person. And we are licensed to touch. I
was about to ask you your favorite thing.
We are licensed to touch, like doctors.
A few professionals.
Yes, only a few.
Are licensed to touch.
So just like the doctors can touch you, we can be all in your face and touch you.
Yes.
And the barbers too, because they doing beards. They doing haircuts. The makeup artists, they are all in your face and all that. So you're transferring. I mean,
you're transferring.
Yes, you're transferring different germs like that. So that's why we really have to think about what can we do to make sure that we are sterilizing our tools, and we are also sanitizing everything that we touch.
Yes.
Because that person before them that came and sat in your chair, you never know. That's why we have to make sure of that. And that's my main
combs
concern.
like separate, like my dirty comb, my clean combs. I will walk. I'll tell my client, "Wait, let me go get you a clean comb." I'll walk all the way over and get them a clean comb because, or any type of styling tools, spray it down, spray everything down because you just don't want to be the cause of somebody catching a staph infection or anything, a scalp infection, anything. You don't want to be the cause of that.
And Barbicide, during the COVID, Barbicide set up certain guidelines for us in order to go back into the salons right after COVID.
Yes.
And then you'll find that the nail shop were the last ones to come back because of what they use, and they got to touch. They're really doing a lot of touching with the hands.
Yes.
They're constantly holding their hands for a long time. So they were actually the last ones to go back in to the beauty industry.
Yeah. So our main thing we want you to take away from today is to actually, we want you to purchase visions. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, come book what's spicy. But the main thing we want you to take from today, professional products. And we want you to actually take from today is, if you love this industry, you really need to come out. You need to come out on tomorrow, know about this law. We gave you some informative, some great information. You also said that they can call their actual representative in the area, right?
They can call the representative. Call your state representative in your district.
Yes.
And let them know about this bill.
Yes.
If you're in District 5, District 1, find out what district you're living in. Yes. And then you call them and let them know your concern, your basic concern, because you did go to beauty school. You spent your time there, so there others have to come, because the ultimate thing they are trying to do is deregulate the whole licenses, the beauty school period.
Because I feel like we went through this last year.
Well, they have other states that's close to us have done this.
Oh, I know.
So as in our industry, as with our organization, what we are doing, we are fighting not to deregulate us, but even add on more hours to continuing education.
Yes.
I'm in the life insurance business too. We have to do continuing education every 2 years.
Yes.
The nurses have to do continuing education. Teachers have to do continuing education. Lawyers, everybody have to do continuing education. Why not we? and we're touching people like that. Which me being in the chemical business, I have shampoos, conditioners, and things like that.
Yeah.
I know that chemicals change.
Yeah.
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 Hairstylists change too. Trends change.
Yeah.
So you know the chemicals are going to change in order to adapt to whatever hairstyle that they're using. They're wearing now.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, the hairstyles change rapidly. They always changing. So you need to be abreast of what chemical, what product, what to use, what's gonna. The thing is, some things I noticed something new that people are using. You gotta watch if it dries the hair out. You gotta watch the person. You know, I just had a client came in the salon and said, "I don't know what I'm doing. I haven't been to you in a while. I don't like the texture of my hair right now." She was using a product that they had out and that she saw on YouTube or TikTok. Yeah. And I said, what you're doing is once you put that product in there, that's not for you to comb out.
That's right.
So what you're doing is popping your hair. You changing the texture of your hair.
Protein.
And you haven't been coming to me. So
you need protein.
Yes.
If you put too much protein in the hair, it will strengthen the hair to the point that the hair will pop. Just like I was saying with the alopecia areata, there are some chemicals will take the hair completely out, and you're going to be bald in some spots.
That's right.
So that's why never, ever go into a salon when they tell you to shampoo your hair before you get there, because they have to look at your scalp.
Yeah.
Your scalp is so very important.
And then you don't know. People just think, okay, it's shampoo. But they got shampoos that have moisturizer in it. They have shampoos that may have a protein in it.
Yes, that's
right.
right.
And
That's
conditioners.
Right. That's right.
So if you put too much in there, you think you're doing good, you popping your hair out at home. You don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know the difference, you know?
There are certain surfactants that are in shampoos that you have to look at and read and make sure that you're not allergic to it.
Yeah.
So that's one of the chemical standpoints of it. Just like I was telling you about sulfur, everyone cannot use sulfur. They have to have a non-sulfated shampoo.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. All right. Thank you, Dr. Smith, for the knowledge and stuff on today. But the main thing is that we really want you guys to come out and support. And really, this day is a lot of things going on this day. I want to reiterate this day until we go to the takeaways and wrap up. If we could get that flyer back up from production, so you guys can actually see everything that's going on that day. Yes, and then we're going to do our takeaways. But I want y'all to really see. They're going to have a breakfast. See, they're blowing it up for us so you can actually see all the things that will happen on that day. Yeah. If you guys can see, you can see, I think they're going to have a photo shoot on the steps. Breakfast, I'm just going off the back of my head. I know, like Dr. Franklin said, that we're... Yeah, different breakout rooms for sessions, and people will be talking in there. So you see they have a whole list of things, and it begins at 7:30, and I think ends at 2:30, around 2:30ish. So
be recognized on the house floor also.
Okay. On the house floor, we're going to be recognized. So this is a big deal that we really want you guys to be a part of and come out. So now. For the state capitol, yes. So Beauty Industry Day at the state capitol in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Now get into our takeaways, right? Okay. This is my favorite part of the show. Takeaways are brought to you by Spice Divas Beauty Bar. Before we get into our takeaways, I want you to go and download the NOTN app in your Google Play or Apple Store for free today. So you can listen to our podcast 24 hours, our podcast on New Orleans Talk Network. If you can follow us on YouTube at New Orleans Talk Network to help our page grow, and by subscribing, which helps our page grow. If you go to YouTube, we have 51 episodes. This is the 51 episode. So now you can binge watch us. So that's what we're excited about. You can binge watch us now. You can go and watch the last episode 50, with Mr. Rynell Visionary Wilson. You can go and watch that as well. As you can see, New Orleans Talk Network, RedLip Talk podcast. Oh, I'm excited. They did some changes on the website. I can see it from here. Great job to production. I really love it. I like to give my people their shout out. Great job. To donate to our platform, you can also go to the website to New Orleans Talk Network and see the donation button. In order to become a guest or a sponsor of RedLip Talk podcast, you can definitely go on the actual website as well, New Orleans Talk Network / Red Lip Talk Podcast. So I wanted to say that. You see the information he have right there. It's just so easy to do. We want you to come on. This is a platform actually for businesses and advocating for things in the city. So we really want you guys and all over. So if you want to be a guest, go on the website. Now get into our takeaways. Our takeaway today. So I'm gonna go first, and I'll let you close out. Okay, since you a guest. Okay, since you my guest, I'll let you close out. But my takeaway on today is we somebody we had breakfast with this morning. She talked about forgiveness. How important it is to forgive. Forgive some things. We always say we Christ-like, and we walk into Christ, and we doing the things thus said the Lord. But a lot of Christians are walking around with things in their heart and not really being forgiving people. And a part of being a Christian and a part of being a person of God, not saying God said let people walk over you and they do you anything and you're supposed to just, okay, let them do it because I'm a Christian. No. The forgiveness of it is half of the time not for the person. It's actually for you. You can still love a person, but don't let them hinder the things that God has for your life. We talk when I was listening today to ET. Y'all know I always listen to that in the car, and he talked about Samson. And he talked about how, regardless of what the special powers that God gave Samson, he gave him a lot of powers. He made him beautiful. He made him attractive to women. He had the long hair, which he abused that. He abused that because he knew women would be attracted to him because of his strength, his power, and his long, nice hair. Okay? But he didn't know there was a Delilah. And that Delilah was his, I want to say, kryptonite, because Delilah, lustful Delilah, he kept, no matter what Delilah did to him, he kept going back. God would spare him, and he kept going back until God said, okay, I'm going to have to cut off your hair and cut off your strength and let your strength go for you to understand that this is toxic for you. You're going to do the things that I want you to do in your life. Either you do it in the blessed way, in my way, thy will be done, or either you do it in the curse way. But you're going to do it what I want to be done for your life. I took that as a real eye-opener sitting in the car coming here, because no matter if we want to do the things that we want to do, God's will be done. And he said, Dr. Smith, don't wait until it's too late to want to do the will and the purpose that I have for your life. Don't wait until you have a terminal disease. Yes. We could do it now, even though he's okay with that. But he wants us to do it while we in good standing, while we're in good health. Be obedient. Be obedient to his word. So that's my takeaway on today. Forgiveness, be obedient, and really walk in the things that God has for you. I think he said something about a Nazarite. I don't know if that's the right word. Nazarite. He said either you're going to be walking in be a Nazarite, or you're going to walk in your own will and be walking in curses. But I don't want the curse. I want the blessings. I want the blessings. So that's my takeaway on today. I hope that encouraged someone. Yes. Your takeaway.
Wow.
Your turn.
Wow. My takeaway is basically I'm piggybacking off of you with the forgiveness, and I have and the thing is this, that forgiveness, a lot of time we have unforgiveness. A lot of time you'll find that it starts with the family. I've heard of people saying they can't get along with their sisters, their brothers, their mom, and it starts with the family. So we have to think about, we have to forgive. We have to forgive, and because when you do not forgive, you don't live. That's going to be my biggest takeaway. If you do not forgive, you're not living. You know, you got all this stuff bottled down inside of you, and that a lot of time that person is going on about their business. They're not even thinking about you, and you walking around with unforgiveness in your heart. And so, one thing about God, He says, "Don't be consumed with my compassions, but my compassions faileth not."
Yes.
Because even though you thinking about them, He's a very compassionate God, and He will forgive you.
Yeah.
He forgive you continuously, 24/7.
Thank you, Lord.
So learn how to forgive your sister, your brother. Call that sister, that brother, that mother, that cousin, or that child you have not called. Call them up and just say hello and I love you. And if they don't answer, text them and just say, just thinking about you.
Yeah.
And send them some hearts. Love. I miss you. Love. Because one thing that we are grounded on as people is love.
Yeah.
We want love.
Yes, we do.
Everybody, I don't care who you are, you want to be loved. Yes. And so that's what brings health and healing. You'll find that even in the hospitals, if someone just come by the nurses, that's why they are gifted to be a nurse, because they touch and they love on their patients. And that's a healing process. So love is everything, y'all. And, you know, my key thing is to continue to build relationships. Let's build relationships.
Positive, good one. Positive, good ones. Yeah, that's awesome because, like, when I was in church Sunday, he talked about rejoice. And the way he said it, because you can't be depressed if you rejoicing. The word, if you say, he even broke it down. Shout out to Pastor Woodrow Hayden. He said, if you say the word rejoice, say the word rejoice.
Rejoice.
You can't even say that sad. How you gonna say rejoice? How you gonna say that sad? Is the end of it? Rejoice.
Yes.
You saying that happy.
Yes.
He said, so if you happy and you rejoicing and rejoicing in the Lord, or you rejoicing, period, depression can't kick in. Aggravation can't kick in. The tricks of the enemy can't kick in. Yes. One more thing that he said today, not him, but E.T., and they just hit me before we leave. He said, we often think that the enemy and God is fighting for our souls. Our souls, when we leave this earth, the enemy is fighting for our souls.
That's right.
So we don't go to heaven, or we don't go to God. But he also said, and it was profound to me that I didn't even realize, he not only fighting for our souls, he fighting for your life. While you here on this earth, he fighting for your life. He's fighting for you to be miserable. He fighting for you not to have good health.
Yes.
He fighting for you not to have good finances.
Yes.
He fighting for you to make the wrong decision. So the enemy really fighting for your life while you on earth. Not just your soul. Both he want. Your life while you're here so you can be miserable, living in hell here. And then he wants your soul when you leave to live in hell there. Wow. Y'all have a good one. We want to definitely see y'all. And we need y'all to go to Emoji Visions. I'm going to keep plugging that. This show is sponsored by Emoja Visions. And we want y'all to go on the website and definitely
Or they can call.
order. Or they can call Dr. Smith. Or they got your website up right now. See? There you go. We definitely want you to click on that. But she likes the one-on-one. She likes to come to y'all salon. She wants you to call. She likes the interaction. She's a people person. So you can definitely call her. You want to tell them your number?
I can tell you my number, but I think it's on the website. But it's 504-913-6825. 504-913-6825. Thank you. I love y'all.
Yes. Thank y'all for tuning in today. And we're going to have another show, so we want y'all to come back on next Monday. Yeah. RedLip Talk Podcast. And we out. Mwah. Yes, that was a good one.
It's like Diva. Sona's charm. RedLip Talk. RedLip Talk. Girl, come sit with us and sip some tea. RedLip
Now New Orleans has a choice. Download the New Orleans Talk Network app for your mobile device or listen at www.neworleanstalknetwork.com.
This is Constable Kendall Bussey